What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again with another Transformer figure review. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Power of the Primes, the leader class, Optimus Prime. Now, why Hasbro decided to pull this figure out of their collection one more time, I can tell you exactly why, okay? And it is all thanks to this movie right here. And I can explain if we take a look at the back of the packaging. Not this one, because this is the Quintesson, High Commander one that we've already taken a look at. But I just pulled that down for the sake of the review. But I can tell you why they did this, and it's for that movie. And the reason they did that for the movie is because this figure is Orion Pax, and Orion Pax in the movie, at least from what I understand from this movie, becomes Optimus Prime. So you have a figure, Orion Pax, Optimus Prime, Orion Pax. I'm sure, then the studio series, Transformers 1, Optimus Prime was pretty amazing. So, that's not a bad thing to go on right now. So y'all know the rules. We're not going to take a look at the figure or the accessories or any of that first. We're going to take a look at the packaging. And the packaging, it's a big, chunky boy. Oh, yeah. And if anybody remembers the actual size of a leader class box from way back in 2016-17 time zone, that was exactly what they looked like. And they were huge. They were not small or tiny. They were huge. So, yeah. Anyways, on the side of the packaging, you have Orion Pax. I'm trying to do this as best I can here because we've got limited space. On this side, if anybody remembers the Prime gimmick that they had, basically, every single Prime or Primal or whatever it was in their leader class line, it came with a Matrix chamber. And in that Matrix chamber, they basically would give you a Prime Core, which is basically one of all of these. I believe Rodimus Prime had the Matrix. I believe Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime had that too. So I know for a fact that there were a lot of ones that got this treatment. And the little core class, if you could really call it that, or prime class is what they tried to call it, they basically had that going on where it was basically just a Matrix core. That was it. So, and on the back of the packaging here, this explains why. Orion Pax, Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime with truck and trailer, and Orion Pax is basically just truck by himself. So, that's pretty much it for the packaging, because the other side is that, and I can't really show off the bottom, but that's basically the gist of why this figure is being released. That's the gist of the whole catch of this figure to even exist today, and even being released today. That was what really shocked me, was the fact that I bought this for this. I mean, granted, I bought it for the same price point as the original leader classes were, but I actually wanted this one, and I never got a chance to get it. So, things could have been a whole heck of a lot worse. So, anywho, let's take a look at this weapon here real quick. And it is his typical ion blaster, but it splits in two, so you can have him totally having two different guns. And you're supposed to have him with the two different guns in Orion Pax mode, which is what we're going to take a look at first. So, we will be taking a look at this trailer here separately in just a moment. Here, we're going to get it into scale comparisons with the other ones, but first we're going to take a look at this. And this truck is not bad. Actually, no, it's pretty freaking bad. You didn't buy this for the vehicle modes, that's for sure. You bought this specifically for the robot mode. You did not buy this for the vehicle mode in the slightest, so let's be very clear about that. So this thing is kind of cool in the sense that it is Orion Pax when you get it into robot mode, into just this piece. But I do think it's nice that they even tried. I think it's nice that they tried with this. I think the best one that actually ever came out of the leader class Power of the Primes line, I think the only one that actually was pretty decent enough was, I gotta say, my personal favorite was actually, it was either Rodimus Prime or Optimus Primal that turned into Optimal Optimus. So, yeah. And as you can clearly see, there is the Matrix just chilling right there. So, yeah. I mean, you could get it out, but I really don't feel like doing that right now. So, anyways, we're going to get into scale comparisons. Scale comparisons for this guy are quite nice. And this first scale comparison is... Here he is with the Kingdom Rodimus Prime. And for those of you asking, where is your Power of the Primes one? Well, I sold it. So, yeah. Sorry. Here he is with a current figure, the Legacy Laser Prime, and this guy is still pretty freaking brand new. I mean, you can go get this guy. They did a reissue of him in Legacy United, so yeah. Here he is with the old Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, and we will be getting a review out for this guy sometime in the near future. And finally, here we have him next to the Titans Return, Blur. Okay. One thing I will make note is this gun here is Blast Effects compatible. They actually did some retooling with the gun to actually give it some of those little grooves in there, so you can fit a Blast Effects part into it like that. So it is one thing I'm very grateful they actually went back and said, hey, remember that thing that we did with that figure? I think we should fix that. So make it a little more modern for today. But anyways, this is not modern for today. This was modern for 2016 and 17. So, and start this off, you are going to basically come to the bottom of these wheel sections. You're going to bring them all the way up. And they are going to basically just kind of, they have these little grooves in the side here. They're just loose, but yeah. Then you're going to take these, you're going to bring them out like so. And then you're going to just accordion them all the way to the front. And there is a bottom tab piece that's going to go right into there. So you're going to just basically put that right there, and going to do the same thing on the other side. Basically have that going on right there. So now you're going to come to this, and you're going to untab it from the bottom here. These two tab pieces tab right on into these ports onto the side of what is going to become the chest of Orion Pax. So we're going to bring this all the way down like that, and then we're going to split the legs. There's a little friction tab right here and here. Straighten that out, and then we are going to get the foot out, flip out the foot, do the same thing on the other side, rotate around, flip out the foot right there, and then we're going to take these arms, we're going to bring them all the way back like so, and then we're going to rotate these around, clip those in, do the same thing on the other side, bring these around, swivel this around, clip it in, and then take this chest piece and just push it all the way up, and then take this head and push it all the way down. Take the arms, straighten them out, make sure the legs stay put, straighten out fold out the hands, straighten out the arms, fold out the hands like so, and there you have, oh wait, hold on, we're not quite done yet. Not quite done. You have to give him his two guns that turn into his ion blaster a little later, so yeah, gotta wait for that. Alright, so straighten it all out, and there you have Orion Pax in his robot mode. And honestly, not a bad looking Orion Pax. Honestly, if I had to choose the Orion Pax molds to begin with, I think this would probably be the one that I'd go for. Like, hands down. It just looks good. It looks good from almost all angles except for one. And that one is pretty important. It's the back. It stands out like a sore thumb. It just stands out like a sore thumb. You can't do anything with that. So, you know, that's the issue with this figure, is the backpack is the problem. So, anywho, we're going to get into scale comparisons with this guy in deluxe class mode for right at the moment, and then we're going to get him into his trailer, which gets him into his Optimus Prime form, which makes him extremely huge. So, here he is with the Kingdom Rodimus Prime. Commander class. This is what's sad. This is Commander class robot mode sized, but, you know, we're going to pay extremely higher price for this guy. Here he is next to Legacy Laser Prime. Here he is next to the old Combiner Wars. Ultra Magnus. And here he is next to the Titans Return Blur. Alright, so now we've got him in his robot mode here. So we're going to take that, we're going to set that completely off to the side, and we are going to transform the trailer. And the trailer is going to be fairly, it's not easy, it's not complex, but we'll get into that in just a brief moment here. We're gonna get this into scale comparison with the other trailers that we've got going on, and then we shall continue with the transformation and everything. So yeah, one moment, please. Here he is with Laser Prime, Scourge, and Toxitron's trailer. I'm just gonna get this one out here real quick. It's a pretty, this thing is almost the same size as these, so I mean you can pretty much see, you know, for yourself. So and for a final trailer comparison, here he is next to the Kingdom Rodimus Prime's trailer. Obviously, this trailer is bigger. So, all right. So now that we've done that, we can get into robot. We can get this thing into its robot form. So, let's start. Actually, let's start with Orion Pax first. There's some surgery. There's some pre-steps we need to do with him first. So let's do that with him first. Get this weapon off to the side. So, in order to get Orion Pax ready to go, you're going to take this. You're going to fold it all the way down. Going to then flip up the Optimus Prime head like so, and you're going to fold in the Orion Pax head like that. Now you're going to take these, you're going to bring them all the way around to this, well, you're going to just basically kind of fold them in on themselves, so like this, and you can fold that wrist piece back up into its place like so. And then you're going to take the legs, you're going to rotate them 180, flip them all the way around, do the same thing on the other side, flip it all the way around, and then there are these two tab pieces right here that are going to go into the center sections of, like, so let's see if we can get this on camera to line up properly. There we go. It's lined up right in there, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side like that. You're going to take this and you're going to fold the feet all the way down, and there you have the pre-steps done for Orion Pax to turn him into Optimus Prime. So now we're going to set that off to the side, and we're going to bring this into play. So to start things off, you're going to take this panel right here, you're just going to bring it all the way back, do the same thing on the other side, and then you're going to take this and you're going to unclip this. There's one right here, and it goes all the way back like that. So do the same thing on the other side, flip it around like that, and it goes like so. Now you're going to bend this forward, and you're going to fold all of this out like so. Then you're going to take this, you're going to rotate that up, and then you're going to flip it up, fold that down, and bring this up, and then that's how it's going to look, and then this piece is going to go into that spot right there and close up this entire gap like so. So that's going to go like that, and there you have an arm done. Do the same thing on the other side, except for we're going to close the gap just a smidge early. We're going to go up like this, rotate around, close that up, bring that down, fold that down, and there you have the arms all done. So now you're going to take this, you're going to split it, and you're going to take this, fold this all the way back, then you're going to take this piece, you're going to rotate this all the way around like that, just for a second. Then you're going to fold this all the way down, take this, flip that inward, and then take this and you're going to just bring that in, and then this tab piece is going to go into a little notch in here. It's a little difficult to get on camera because everything is so, you know, so bright. So get that, clip that in there, take the foot, bring it all the way down, And then you have a leg all done. Do the same thing on the other side. Straighten it out. Let's straighten out the foot first. Let's bring this all the way back. Fold this like so. Bring this down. Take this. Fold this all the way forward. And then make sure that goes all the way into that slot. Make sure everything's straightened out like so. And then we are going to come to our Orion packs. And we are going to take him and we are going to shove him into this slot here. Make sure the chest pecs line up. And our oak. Oh, real quick, one thing I forgot to mention. There is a peg right here that is used in trailer mode. You're going to fold that all the way in. So, yeah. I'm going to shove this all right in here, just like so. Like that. Make sure that prime head is all the way in. Make sure those pecs are like that. And then you have the robot mode for the trailer with Orion packs in it. But one thing we need to remember is there is this, and we need to clip this all the way in. And we are going to then take that, place it right there. And there you have Orion packs and Optimus Prime in the robot mode. So, we'll make sure these are all the way back, but there you have that. So, anyways, we shall get into the we shall get into the cool things that this thing can do, and then we shall get into the final thoughts, and then we shall rank the figure and be done. So, this figure, I mean, so right off the bat, these are just way too loose. Like, just way too loose. Like, I am not happy with the fact that how loose these things are. Like, it barely wants to stand up. The thing barely just wants to stand up, and I can barely get it into this pose. So, I mean, that's one thing I do not like about this figure is these ankle bits. I don't like that at all. And, like, seriously, all I did just tapping those. And, you know, the whole thing just flops over. So the ankles on this thing are not up to snuff. There is one thing though that I think is really cool. You can take this piece, open it up, do the same thing on the other side with that one, and you can open up this piece, and you can open up this piece, and then out pops the Matrix of leadership. So, like I said, you know, there is a chamber for it, and there is a spot for it in this, you know, in this figure, and it's pretty cool. So, I apologize that the legs keep flailing apart. And to put it back, you basically just have to line it up. There are certain lines and grooves in there. They're really not easy to see. Let's see if I can get this on camera like that. There's grooves in there that are about matrix shape size. So you want to just take it and you want to be just ever so gentle in placing it back in the center of there. If I can get mine to go back in. Alright, Hasbro. Come on. There we go. So, there's a spot right there. It's supposed to fit inside, if it will fit inside. Goodness gracious. There we go. Fits right inside like that. And then you just close up the chest like you would normally. Take that, close it up. Take this, make sure everything is all nice and honky-dory. And that's pretty much it for this figure. On that note, for accessories and cool things, I mean, I can't really do much in the sense of, like, you know, there's that. So, you know, there's my new kitties. This is Toast, if everybody heard him. So, this is Toast, that's his name. I will post pictures of him later. So, anywho, scale comparison, here he is next to Kingdom Rodimus Prime. He is one of a kind there, so, yeah. So, here he is next to the Legacy Laser Prime right here. Here he is next to Combiner Wars Magnus. And honestly, in my opinion, this Magnus is the one to go for because it's based off the IDW. So. And finally, here he is next to Titans Return Blur. Alright, so final thoughts on this thing are, well, I don't like the ankles. I think they're a little too loose for how top-heavy of a figure that they should have accounted for. I'm not happy on that fact. But, you know, I mean, I can get on board with, you know, Hasbro actually wanting to sell this figure because it's in spirit and in line with this. It really is. It really is in spirit and in line with this. That I can get on board with because of the way that this is going and how it's working with this particular figure and with this particular line. Now, do I think they should have, at the very least, I don't know, maybe given us a different packaging or repackaged it in a different way or something in that way? Because this doesn't make sense to release a Power of the Primes figure in 2024 when that line has been over for well over 5 to 6 years, almost 7 years now. So I can't get behind that. I can get behind if they were to repackage it in Transformers 1 packaging and to a point where they were able to make this a little, you know, kind of make this a little bit more, if they were to have remolded this, I feel this would have been a little bit better. So, but anyways, I have to say if I'm going to rank this figure on a scale out of 1 to 10, minus the ankles, I would honestly, oh, there is one step I totally forgot though. These tailpipes, these exhaust pipes over here, you want to flip these out. I apologize, people. That would have just been ugly if I hadn't done that. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 01 finally saying, I'm going to give this figure on a scale out of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a, because it's an old figure released in a brand new time setting, I'm going to give it, on a nostalgia form, it's getting a freaking 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. But on the form of why is this thing here in 2024, I have to rank it on that one. I got to rank it a little lower. I'm going to have to rank it somewhere in the ballpark of like around a 6. Because I don't understand why this is getting re-released now. I mean, I understand why it's getting re-released, but I don't understand why they chose to do this figure and not remold it into something different. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Riveted Rail Fan, Riveted Reviews, Take Along Productions, New York Toy Hunter, and The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, because they do some amazing work, have done so in the past, and will continue to do so in the future. So, anyway, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.